Hello and welcome to Need for Speed ProStreet on the Banter Gaming channel. This is not the game I was expecting to do the next Let's Play of. I knew it was going to be Need for Speed, I wasn't expecting ProStreet, but lo and behold, a cheap copy landed on my desk and I was like, well, fuck me, I'm going to have to play this because it is an amazing game. It really is one of the best Need for Speeds of all time. Seriously, it's really good. Why there is not a new one in the works will forever, you know, I don't understand. I will never understand. It was amazing. Anyway, here we are. We're playing it. It's going to be great. Sort of a continuation of our Need for Speed extravaganza of sorts as we wait anxiously for Need for Speed 2015 and hope to God they haven't fucked it up. Anyway, let's start a new career. I'm not going to explain why there's a career there because it's quite depressing. Anyway, here we go. Cutscene alert! Yeah, I'm gonna talk through the cutscene because partly because I'm worried about getting copyright striked after an issue in the last episode of the run where it was yeah, the music and the end credits was copyright striked. I'm like, no, we have to remove this, and it takes like an hour and a half to do, and it's just annoying. Thankfully, it's before the video was released that it got flagged. Otherwise, that would have really pissed me off. But this is just the announcer going on like, hey, battle machine, best thing in the world. Look at these drivers, they're gonna kick ass, and oh, we got Ryan Cooper. Yeah. But no. Oh, Cozzy! I'm gonna have to get a Cozzy at some point in this Let's Play. Because Cozzy. I mean, yeah. That's amazing. It should be completely destroying everything here. The driver clearly isn't that great. On a track like that, yeah, should be absolutely annihilating. Ah, here's Ryu Watanabe. Needless asshole. The guy wrecked his 8.6. Because that's what you do. Drag racing. Apparently can out-drag a Camaro SS. Apparently. Well, they're gonna get a word from. Yep, here he is. I'm gonna do some donuts and hang out in the car. Look at me. I'm doing this thing. And also, I have red tire smoke, which isn't something you can get at all. Weird. Maybe they'll implement that if they ever reboot it or make a ProStreet 2 ProStreet 2 Furious or something like that. And here he is. He's gonna badmouth us because of reasons. Never like explained reasons. He shouldn't feel threatened, really, because we're only competing at low level. You know, it's stated that he has experience, but you know, lowered the standards this year. Hear that? Lowered the standards this year. Really? Just no. That's not fair, man. This is grassroots racing right here, and picking on the little guy, not cool. Unnecessary. But at the same point, the announcer's always bigging us up, which I feel is unnecessary. Oh well. Create your own race day. I never did that. Never once. Oh, even when I played it online on the 360 a lot. Never created a race day. If I would have done it, would have just been non-stop speed challenge. Right, we are playing with clutch and manual, obviously. Can't have clutch without manual, that would be weird. So if I miss a shift, it's not because I'm shit with a clutch. I'm not American. No, it's that for some reason it doesn't register the shifts sometimes, even though I'm quite clearly mashing down the buttons. Also using the 360 controller because, obviously. And also, the graphics settings are maxed because, obviously. That didn't sound good. That sounded awful, just holding that 1 RPM. That's kind of weird. It was like driving one of those single gear autos. Yeah, the car's just a drive gear. Well, we're winning, as you'd expect in the first race. Understeering also. Get out of 4th. See, there we go. It did it there. Yeah. I tried shift down, but it's like, no. Also, the hit detection on some of these walls is a little bit dodgy. So, yeah. I could bounce off a wall and not actually touch the wall. Kind of odd. Fucking shift up! Anyway, this game is basically what would happen if you took sex and concentrated it into a car-based video game. Like, not even just sex, like the best sex you have ever had or ever will have. Whoops, that was me hitting the wall, that wasn't the bad hit detection. Also a woman in the race, and she's last. I feel this game is being very sexist. Tumblr will be having a fit right now. There we go, we won, because of course we fucking won. We are just amazing. But that's gonna displease What a Newbie. Which is how we'll be referring to him from now on. And the crowd's booing him, which, you know, I don't know what to make of that. It's like either the crowd have a really good moral compass, which might be the case because they're all clones. I guess you could breed the clones that way. But really, they should be like, yeah, we listen to you because you're like the best racer we've got at these events and I've ever had at these events, and Ryan Cooper's just some fucking scrub. So, I don't know. And of course, the announcer's going to be moralistically right because he's the announcer. No one who announces anything has ever been, you know, morally questionable. Ever. Anyway, here's the fantastic race menu forming before our very eyes. Battle machine. Oh, there's the event we just did. Oh, there's the event we're about to do. Battle machine. Given cars to use, so everyone's on equal footing. And then you win a car at the end. So, yeah, let's do that and win a car. A Civic, because the choice is a Civic or a Cobalt SS. Yeah, we all know how Battle Machine works. Cars are pre-tuned, don't have to pay repairs, so you can wreck it if you want, but that means a race restart. Okay, so we just did a grip race, so we're going to do a quarter mile, I think, see if the shifting's nice for us. We're going to take the Civic, because of course we're going to take the Civic, which, by the way, is a Civic DX, which means there is no B series under there, there is a D series under there. Which is interesting when you think about it. I mean, it's kind of cool in the sense that people could actually own this car. I'm not saying that people won't own Type R's or shit like that, but, you know, this is something a lot more people could own. So it's kind of cool for them to be got my car in this game. But at the same point, it's the only car like that in this game. Underground has loads of them. You know, Lancer is a good example of that. But I don't understand why they did it. 12? 0.1, nearly a solid 12. That's admirable. That really is. They are not going to beat that time at all, by the way. That's not happening. I could just not race and have won. Both drivers are for Honda because Honda gains for life or something like that. I shall explain in a second my car plan. And my car plan is flawless. So what you'd normally do is you'd win these events and then you'd have yourself shift. Fine, there we go. It didn't want to shift. Nearly blew the engine. Anyway, and you'd pick the car, either the Cobalt or the Civic, and you've got yourself a drag car. Awesome. So you've got your S13 as your grip car, Civic or Cobalt as your drag car. What Rod suggested was that, I'm barely actually doing this right, Rod suggested was that I swap them around, so we use the Civic as the grip car and the S13 as the drag car, which is a good idea because the Civic is an absolutely bitching grip car. So it's not a bad plan. But no, that's not what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do instead, that's a 13, that was awful. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to keep the S13 as a grip car. No, I'm not. I'm going to switch the S13 to drift. My brain has shat itself right now. I'm going to switch the S13 to drag. It's going to be a drag car. God. Right, we got that out of the way. Then I'm going to sell the Civic, which is also a flawless plan. We'll do another drag race. And then we're going to buy a DC5 or an Acura RSX. And use that as our grip car. My reason behind that is because race car. DC5s are amazing in touring car trim. They look so good. And you see them a lot in Time Attack. You saw them a lot in touring cars a few years ago. And that's basically what I want to do with that. And it has quite similar handling characteristics to the Civic on the track. And it's also just awesome. It's a very sexy car. So that's what I'm going to do with that. After that, I don't know. We will see. You guys can suggest cars. Bear in mind that this isn't NFSU, so switching out a car for another one is a lot more difficult to do. You don't make money doing it at any point. It doesn't cost you like $1,000. It switches all the parts over. Not how it works. So, not an option at all, sadly. However, if you guys suggest something at the right time and the right place, and it's about time to switch a car, I will do that, because that would be kind of cool to have suggested cars. Oh shit, yeah, high-end speed challenge car, as in the last speed challenge car I will ever use because it's the best. You cannot pick because I already know what I'm getting. It's the same thing I got through my first ever playthrough, which was a total gamble, and it's something that I've never seen anyone else do since. But it really works. Really, really works. I'd definitely call it like one of the top 3 speed challenge cars you could pick. The best being the 911 Turbo. It's what sort of clans, if you will, are used online. And it's kind of tied with the 911 GT2, which is what Rog used. GT2 holds the speed a bit better to what I'm going to be using. Anyway, let's do a Time Attack. There we are. We know how grip race because we just did one. I know it's a Time Attack, but if you don't know what a Time Attack is by now, then I think you need to go outside. Or stay inside and watch something. I don't know. Just learn what you need to do. So now we're in a golf because reasons. Don't really like golfs. Bit boring. Bit fat. In fact, bit boring is a little bit of an understatement, really. They are... I don't know why everyone rags on Camrys for being boring, because this is a fucking boring car. Like, but there's a Golf for every occasion. Yes, and all Golfs look the same, and have looked the same, and will always look the same. They are the least imaginative cars on Earth. I'll stop bitching about Golfs now. Right, let's blow past this guy. If we can shift up. Is he gonna cut us off? Bit of rubbing. He fucking slammed on the brakes there. I should have slammed on the brakes there. We've got light damage. That means our headlights are broken. It doesn't, but we can pretend it does. Shift! There we go. Let's draft this guy. He's gonna brake a lot harder than I would have done. Because he's AI. They do get tougher later on. A little bit. There we go. Annihilated him. There we go. Finally managed to shift up. I've got to start using the turn markers on the screen. Like, actually look at them. Ah, shift up! There we go. Fucking hell. If anyone else has had this problem on the PC version, I'd love to know if you found a solution for it where it doesn't register the button presses. It's quite annoying. Does sometimes, but not all the time. Never had the problem on 360, so... There we go. That took 4 attempts to shift down. I don't know. Just a minor inconvenience, ain't it? But it shifted there where I barely pressed it. Let's just rev the balls out the engine. There we go. Now we're just throwing the car around now because we can. We won! I stopped trying by the end, but we won. That should be as dominated it, I think. There we go. Right, let's pick a card. Boop. 7,500. That's alright. I'm going to pick the Civic. Although I should have checked if the call out was worth more, because I'm selling it anyway. Oh well. Right. I think that's going to be enough for me this episode. It's been brilliant to start this Let's Play. I'm really happy I was able to do this. But, yeah. That's all for now. I think next episode we shall swap out the cars. But thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.